These are the decals that John made up for Glenn's track bike. We're going to use that in the paint job that we envisioned for him. And I love this color. Boy, can you picture how nice that's going to look either on white? And this bike will have a black stripe with some gold accents when it's done. But that's our low priority job. This is the one we're working on. Now what happened, and this, we went back and forth this many days with Mark and with John, who's really contributed a lot to our decal program. These are not available for a simple reason. On Hondas, this would say V4. On different Honda. Well, Mark wanted this look and to have it say V-twin, probably in the same spot, the lower fairing. But now, here's a couple tricks. You know, we're probably only going to use 2 or 4 of these numbers, but you notice John printed a lot extra. Well, we got a lot of printed extra here, because what we may have to do with this, and the next step on this is to put some clear on it. I'm going to wait to put, while I'm putting clear on other parts. The whole idea is, and it's a really simple thing, if we don't like the way it looks, we move it up, put another decal, and because these are light colored, I'm not sure we're going to like it exactly the way it looks. We may have to put one on top of the other to get the orange to pop. But all that is stuff we're going to see very soon. And we have, this bike has more stickers, more decals, and they've come from a variety of sources. Turbo Steve had these, or he made these, I'm not sure. He contributed that to the project. His decal man contributed this. These came off the internet. These had to be done 3 times to get the size right. And we got these from John Pothier. And this is the big thing. Now, this you think would be a small thing. Laying out the number plate on this bike, I wanted to make a yellow, my idea was to make a yellow pattern. And the angle, I can take the number pad and go up against the computer screen and see if the angles match. So I think that's going to be, well, we're going to have at some future time, we're going to have a lot of hours of doing graphics on this project. Now here's the issue with the number plate, is we have the dimensions from the top to the fairing to the bottom. We have the dimensions front to back. I have this dimension, but I don't have, Mark was unable to get a replication. Oh, look at this computer. Please try again later. Don't you love computers? To get this angle, what I'm going to do is make a pattern out of yellow paper and then hold it right up against the computer screen to see that I'm close on that angle. Because what I'm going to have to do is outline it with black too. I see they have about a 1/4 inch outline. So this is going to be an involved thing, getting this part painted. And it's, well, you know, it's part of what this bike, when it looks like this, how it's going to look. These little decals have to go up here. We have these, and that custom decal John Pothier made is going to go right down at the bottom. But the graphics on this bike are a big part of the restoration, and we're going to try. Mark has already been looking for some red vinyl to match. Now it can't be red, it's got to be this orange red, so I can make him a nice seat cover, assuming he can find that vinyl. But when this project is done, you're probably up in the 200-hour range. This is the moment of truth we've waited for all these months. Old Vlad is still in the truck doing a drug deal, but okay, so we do have some stuff. And what we did, we went to Gavin's. He mixed us paint, of course. But what we noticed is the seat and this part are not an exact match. So, boy, we've got Quagmire. We got the decals for this job. But if you look real close, this is, and I wanted to do this. This piece here is not a match. These are the original parts that came from Bimota. So we're trying to match something that doesn't match at all. Whew. I don't know. What we did get, we got a pint of camera mix paint for this, and if I get time this afternoon, well, we've got to do some babysitting this afternoon, but we're going to try to get a test on this, and boy, would it be a lucky day if this matches. Wow. We also got the clear on these are the John Pothier decals. The clear is drying, and by the way, if you're doing this type of decaling, I've found that one very thin coat of urethane is all you need. Don't want to put on a heavy coat. Doesn't serve any real purpose, because you bury these in clear anyway. But boy, it turned out to be a wacky day. but we are getting stuff. Oh, he's out of the truck. Look at it, look at you. We could make a lawn chair out of your bike. Look at this. Okay, Mark guaranteed this is going to match. But you could see now in this sun, you could see that part's lighter than that for sure.
Yeah, that's I guess.
For sure.
When I bought it, they told me it doesn't match, and now I can see it's a little bit off. Not much, but it's a bit off.
No, it's some. But now it'll be interesting if the paint matches this.
Yeah, but then it still doesn't.
We're screwed.
But then it still doesn't match the paint.
Oh my God Almighty! Oh God! I tell you all, leave that part here.
Yeah.
Can you take that cushion off? What is this?
Yeah,
this little lumpy
two
thing.
screws.
Oh, 2 bolts. Okay.
You can
I'll take it off then. Don't worry about it. Okay, you ready to play Russian roulette?
Yes.
Well, it's just a question of waiting for the paint to dry up. This is the moment of truth. We got the red paint in the gun. That's got to sit for about 15 minutes in the sun. And we're going to see if we got a color match it, if it's our lucky day. Now, a lot of times when you do this too, there's other issues to deal with. But it looks like, well, I'm hoping. We have really made an effort at getting this paint to match. Now the first coat, we're going to put 3 coats of red on. The first coat is out there drying. This is about a 20-minute wait time. We got the second part primed. That's ready. So again, we're bouncing back and forth now. Hopefully we get these both done. And at least, if it's really a good day, we'll get some clear on them, because the clear is going to make that color pop and change. But it's just, boy, if you could ever have, what a riding day. I'm sure everybody in the world is out riding today. This is a big hooky day. Now the both parts have 1 coat of clear. That's going to be about 20 minutes. 20 minutes of dry time, and then we'll get the second and third coat. I want to get 3 coats on this. We got the first real coat of clear on here. Again, we'll take, in the time it's taken to dry the Bimota parts, which they're sitting out there, they'll be drying up very quickly. It's about a 20-minute to a half-hour between coats. And then with this material, you have to get everything on within an hour. Everything has to be on there or you have a problem. Now as I'm starting the second coat, I can see this is just going to be beautiful. This is going to dry up just great. Now after a lot of color sanding, I just wanted to show how, wow. It's just a ton of work doing all this sanding, but boy, in the end, when you have it, I think that's really going to be nice. I think one by one, these parts are really coming out nice. I think we're all going to be happy when this bike is all together and buffed out. Now this has got 2 coats of clear on it now. We're going to try to get a third one on. The day is playing out real nice weather-wise. The birds are chirping, keeping me company here. But again, the last part of this puzzle is, when this all dries up, is it going to match? And is Vlad going to be happy? Or is he going to jump off the Brooklyn Bridge? I don't know. So we probably put a good half a gallon of clear through this gun today. Wow. It's been some super productive day. We've got other work done that you don't see in this picture, but boy, the clear on this is coming out beautiful. Both Vlad and Mark, I hope you can see the quality of what's going on here. This has been a really long day, and we've taken advantage of a really good day, in fact. It couldn't be a lot better than this.